Hello, my Pisces and Pisces rising friends, Sandra from ForYourChi.com, and I'm here with your December of 2020 outlook with me, my tarot deck, and the messages from your angels deck. I have an exciting announcement. For the month of December, I'm going to be giving all 12 zodiac signs the full 12 houses free on YouTube. This is my holiday gift to you guys. Whatever you celebrate, happy holiday. I don't want to go through them all because, quite frankly, I will forget one. So whatever you celebrate, happy, joyous holiday to you. December of 2020. Now, in exchange, I would just ask a favor. Please share this video with any Pisces person that you know or Pisces rising person, as it will help them try to navigate these energies through December. And yes, we are in eclipse season, so it will be intense. It's a very big deal. We have a solar eclipse in December, and that always brings great change, and a lot of times it's very sudden, right? So, and the other thing too is, please subscribe if you haven't and click the notification bell. That will enter you into a drawing that I do for one lucky subscriber that wins a free Cards of Truth email reading with me. I pick that once a month. Make sure you watch the weeklies to look for your name, your YouTube name being announced, and make sure that your subscriptions are made public. If they're not made public, I can't see the name of your channel on my end to pick you. Let's get to your first house. Movements, choices, and decisions. Okay, so you feel like you're ready to make a change here in December, but it's not, you know that you're not going to make a change yet. It's time to do your homework, and you have several options. You're wondering what will happen and what you need to do next as a result of that. Now, the messages from your angel deck, Azure, says that a happy outcome is coming for you. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen. So there's something about divine timing here. You know, you're going to have to wait for this ship to come in so that you can clearly know what your options are to choose, right? Now, some of you may start out the month, you know, doing this research, and then a little while later, this message comes in of your desire coming true, and then you go back to the drawing board and then relook at different options because things have changed, right? So just sort of file that in your mind, in the back of your mind. Okay, second house here, sacral chakra. So you have a heavy desire in December. Maybe you want to get somebody something for Christmas, but it's super expensive and you're not quite sure if you can afford that. Now remember, in order to alleviate this situation of not having enough, you have to stand firm in the gratitude of what you do have. Regardless of what you can't or what you think you can't provide here, life is pretty good for you at the moment, and particularly in the last 2 months when I've looked at your money house, Pisces. So be grateful for that. Now, Bethany, this angel card here, is here to tell you that it's time to look after yourself. You need some self-care, Pisces. Maybe you've been working too hard. You need a sea salt bath. You need a pedicure. You need some extra rest. You need this in order to replenish your energy so that you can continue to work hard for the things that you want and for the people that you love. Okay? Third house. This house rules your siblings, brother, sister, anyone you would consider a sibling. The waiting game. So this is a reminder for them that they need to be patient. However, sort of like your first house, be patient and don't try to force it to happen. This is like what I call the insurance card. After the period of patience is over, success is assured here. So this is a fantastic message for your sibling. Now, there also, if you're close with this sibling, of course, you might advise them to do some yoga, And for some of you, I'm getting Reiki. That's interesting. There is an energy channel that's blocked here, and in order to clear all of them and clear the chakras, yoga is required. Yoga is the only exercise that I'm aware of that clears all of your chakras. So there definitely needs to be some clearing going on with your sibling. Now, fourth house, moving on. This is your house of home. This is where you live. And for some of you, this might be talking about your father. Moving on is coming out of the darkness into the light. So there could be some sort of change that's coming here with your home. Perhaps you're applying some feng shui, you're moving some furniture around, you're making it so that it feels better to you and you're no longer depressed in your home. Now, your father may be coming out of some depression himself here, because this is coming out of some darkness and moving towards the light. So that's very good news here. And there's something about new romance here. This is interesting to show up in your fourth house. For some of you, you could have a father that meets someone, or a father figure. Of course, it could be stepdad, right? Or father-in-law, that meets a new love, and so therefore he's being uplifted in his life right now. Or for some of you, I'm getting, now this is for a select few, you could have a surprise visitor in your home that somehow leads you to a new love. I'm not saying that this new person can show up at your doorstep, but you never know. I mean, I knew someone in high school that married her husband because he was the pizza delivery boy. And they ended up having 5 kids together. Just saying. I can't rule it out. Fifth house, foundations and achievements. This is the 10 of Cups card. This is happy family, happy life. And this rules your social circle, your dating life. And for some of you, it's talking about children. Either way, this is a great message. Now, you do have a message about a child here in your fifth house from the angel deck, Rosetta. And Rosetta says, you have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. So, you could have a child show up in your life, or this could be your own child who you are taking care of even more so than you were before. Maybe they need your guidance more than they did earlier in the year or any other year. Or this could be talking about your teaching a child something. Now, a lot of us are in this situation where children are being not necessarily homeschooled, but school online, and maybe they are homeschooled. So maybe you are working with a child doing this, helping them get through their schoolwork at the end of the year, and it looks great. I mean, 10 of Cups in the fifth house, that's fantastic news. It's a blessing, really. Okay. Now, sixth house, work and health. Here we go again. You guys need extra rest. For some of you, you're feeling wiped out, depleted, exhausted. And this is in your house of work and health, so make sure that you're listening to this message and taking it seriously. Go to bed earlier. Get some extra naps in if you can, okay? It's very, very important, especially since it showed up in your sixth house of health. Now, the angel message here, we have Oceana, and Oceana says, take action. You are in touch with the truth of this situation. And you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself here. Now, this house has to deal with work. So you guys are being given intuitive information of what to do, who to talk to, who, what, where, when, and why. Pisces is a very, very psychic sign. Like, you guys are in tune. You know what's going on. A lot of you don't even have to ask the questions. The information just comes to you. So write it down. Trust your gut. Trust the first gut feeling that you're getting, and don't second guess yourself, okay? All right. It's the gift. Let's keep going. 7th house, house of relationships, recognition and reward. This says pat yourself on the back for a job well done. Now, this message could also mean, for some of you, this could mean that your partner is getting some sort of recognition or reward or extra bonus coming in December. And a lot of times it is unexpected. Now, it's not like a huge money, life-changing amount, but it's a little extra something to help you get through Christmas or pay a bill for that month. It is a blessing, okay? You guys are blessed. And Astara is the angel message that we get with your 7th house. Astara says, you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires, and don't compromise, Pisces. And for those of you that are partnered, make sure that you relay that message to your loved one, your partner also. Tell that person not to compromise. For some of you, they need to hear that, okay? Now, your 8th house, we have third eye chakra. Here we go with more psychic messages. Okay, so you guys are, your third eye is activated. You are seeing images in your mind's eye, and you might think to yourself that you're hallucinating. You are not hallucinating. I promise. You're getting messages from your guides and your angels in the other side. And so pay attention to those, write them down. It's like pieces of a puzzle that you're getting, and you're going to fit them together later. The 8th house rules a lot. Taxes, contracts, legal matters, and the source of your significant other's income. It also rules intimacy. So there is definitely a message that you're being delivered here that you are going to want to take action on as soon as you have all of the information about this, okay? Now, for some of you, you could have a lover that you have this connection with, the third eye. And that's a pretty unusual connection to have with a lover. Usually you're connected through somewhere else, I've seen it in other places, but the third eye is kind of rare. What that means is you could be seeing those images in your mind's eye, but it's coming from the other person, okay? This is definitely someone that you're in a sexual relationship with. That's what this 8th house is. It is the house of Scorpio. It rules sex, period. Okay. When you get this image in your mind and you call this person and you ask them, hey, what are you doing right now? It would not surprise me if something about that image was directly related to what the person was seeing. Now, it could be for those who are very evolved partners. Obviously, I'm talking about a small percentage of the population who know this connection and what it does. And if they are aware of it, they could be sending you intentional images to see whether or not you pick up on them. Again, for a very small percentage of you. But I have seen that happen, and I have seen people receive the messages and not really know what they're getting or why. So file that in the back of your mind. Now, speaking of messages, you've got the Archangel Gabriel here. Okay, so Archangel Gabriel is here with you to deliver even more messages from the other side. So pay attention to what you're getting. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. He is working with you through your third eye chakra that is, for some reason, wide open in December. And for some of you, this could be like a trigger point where December opens up a new world for you, where this is like and we'll find out as we read on in the months ahead and next year, if this is like an opening to the new normal. I feel like for some of you it is. All right, we got some major news here in your 9th house. 9th house rules travel, higher knowledge, so travel and school. For some of you, you may be done with school. For others of you, you may have to cancel a trip. and go somewhere else. This is complete change. Now, what's fascinating about this message is you pulled Seraphina. And Seraphina says, I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. So, for a slight few of you, you may find out that you're pregnant, or you may be giving birth or something. And so you have to change your plans here, right? For others of you, you could be traveling to see family because of some kind of change and receive news while you're there on this trip of this change coming to your family. Maybe somebody's pregnant, maybe somebody's moving in the family, something like that. So pay attention to that 9th house, because that's a major message for most of you. Okay, 10th house, base chakra. So this 10th house rules your career, also could be talking about your mother. Now, as far as the Pisces career is concerned, if this is a split message, of course, some of you, this does relate to your career. The base chakra says that you're just going through your motions right now, but you're not having a lot of fun. This card can indicate a lower level depression, okay? For others of you, this is talking about your mother, and your mother is depressed. She's not having any fun right now. Maybe she's lonely and she's not talking about it, or maybe she is complaining to you about it, okay? Now, as far as the career goes, though, you got a Kasha here that talks about being a spiritual teacher. So let me go back to this card. In the messages, you guys could be getting messages about becoming a spiritual teacher. Many Pisces who are watching this video now are on a certain level spiritually, right? You've taken classes, and maybe some of you are energy healers, energy workers, you're readers yourself. I see you taking it to a new level, or you might already be in that level, but you haven't actually stepped into that role yet. I see you wanting and needing to take the next step into that role. And this next step automatically alleviates this problem. This problem is stagnancy, because you have not made the decision yet. But it's time. It's time. It's time. Okay. 11th house. 11th house rules your children, but also your best friendships. For those of you that have children, of course, it's talking about your children. For those of you that don't, it's talking about your best friendships. So you have a child or best friend who is bored. Literally, they are tired of the way things that are going, and they're ready for a change. Now, if they had a hard time in the previous months with some sort of, I don't want to say fight, but if they had a problem with a person who was argumentative or perhaps a bully or something like that, we have Shanti, who is the angel of peace. So this Shanti says a smoother road is ahead. What a beautiful message. Love that. And the last card, the 12th house, firm foundations. Wow. Okay, so this is the future card. This is about to manifest in 3 months from now, so look for this in March. You guys have laid the groundwork for what you're going to do next. You are feeling better about your life. You're feeling better about yourself. You have done some sort of grunt work that got you to the next level, so congratulations on that. And the angel card message that goes with this is this time period is Yvonne. And Yvonne talks about you having a gift with animals. You have a keen intuition, sense of what an animal needs. You might even be an animal whisperer, and this might even be part of your spiritual teaching in the road that you are headed down. Wow, I love this message, Pisces. This is probably the most psychic message I've pulled for Pisces. And it just appears like there's some sort of opening for you guys. I don't want to say portal or vortex, but I think you guys get what I mean. You of all signs would get what I mean when I say that. That you're just walking into this new world of abilities and gifts that have always really been there, but really are showing up for you in a big way, in such a way that you can't sweep it under the rug or ignore it anymore. And quite frankly, those who are around you can't ignore it anymore either. And they should pay attention because you are getting big time information, big time accurate information. So you may want to warn those around you that you are gaining more and more psychic sense as the days that go by here. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in, watching. I greatly appreciate this. If this video has helped you, please like it and share it with your friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Pisces. Have a blessed December.